A parent's heart for their child can be a very vulnerable place. Therefore, wisdom encourages us to protect our hearts from any negative emotions or behaviors related to raising a challenging child. Let's discuss ways to protect our hearts while responding to a difficult child in love in this episode of Growing in Grace. The first area that may need attention is resolving anger and guilt. This is important because the choices we make from anger, fear, or guilt are going to be different than the ones we make from a place of peace. Sometimes these hard emotions are best processed in therapy. It can be tempting to assume guilt for our child's attitude or decisions. But while we are responsible to each other, we are not responsible for each other. As parents, we are responsible for the choices and good judgment we use in parenting our children. But we are not responsible for how they ultimately turn out. That would be assuming a power over another person that we just don't have. God was a perfect father to Adam and Eve, and they still sinned. Jesus was the perfect Messiah, counselor, and companion to Judas, but Judas still forsook him. In love, God gives us all, including our children, the power of choice. True guilt for poor parenting choices can heal by making amends, which often involves asking our child for forgiveness and also forgiving ourselves. It can also be helpful to accept differences. An older or an adult child may have different goals and values than we do. Unrealized expectations about how a child will believe and behave are losses. What do we do with losses? We grieve them. One benefit to grieving unfulfilled dreams that we expected a child to meet is that we aren't then constantly looking for it. This creates an opportunity for a new dream to rise up that may be more attainable. Sometimes we have to let go of what we want and don't have in order to find appreciation for what we actually do have. Finding acceptance over how our children currently are can lessen tension between us and them, which can be very helpful if that child is still living in your house. Let's also consider prayer. Difficult children need love and prayer just as much as less challenging children. Lay your Isaacs on the altar as an offering and resist the urge to pull them back off. Trust that God is actively involved with your child and trust His plan for their life. He knows and loves your child more than you ever could. If it is difficult to know how to pray, then let me provide these scriptures for you to declare over your child. I also recommend the book, The Power of a Praying Parent by stormieomartian. It has form prayers that you can follow if you just don't have the words. Finally, parents raising a difficult child may benefit from changing negative thoughts. Because God has blessed us all with a will, we can replace negative thoughts and beliefs with positive and hopeful ones. Romans 8:6 says, "To be spiritually minded is life and peace." Shift your thinking heavenward when you are tempted to get bogged down in hard emotions. Instead of thinking my kid is breaking my heart, remind yourself that God gives us wisdom and He heals broken hearts. Pick your battles, and remember, it is the ministry of the Holy Spirit to convict of sin. Recall any prophetic words or images that God has given you about your child, and hold these in your thoughts. If you had a baby dedication, led your child to Christ, or baptized them, remember those moments. The same God that you committed your child to is the one who will ultimately heal wounds left by insensitive, rebellious, or distant children. I bless you as you identify and surrender any woundedness in your heart to the one who knows the pain of disobedient children. He is ready, willing, and very able to minister peace to your heart and mind. He likes it when we come to Him in trust, believing that everything we truly need to parent a difficult child, He will supply. And I pray that you continue growing in grace.